Alright YouTube, what's happening? I've been talking about doing an update for the last couple weeks. Just figured I'd do it. Everybody in the house is out right now, no kids running around screaming or anything like that, so I'll try to shoot out this video. Just wanted to do a quick update here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be update number 9 on this 30-gallon nano. Not a whole lot's changed, guys. There's no new additions. The only things that have been changing in the tank is how much growth everything is doing. There's been a lot of new growth, things just getting bigger, really growing into this system. Obviously, you guys have been following me on YouTube. You know that I just in the process of setting up a 72-gallon valve front tank right now. Actually waiting on rock to come in. I just ordered 50 pounds of Carib Sea honeycomb base rock from PetSolutions.com, guys. If anybody's looking for this kind of rock, guys, I got it cheap. Like I said, it's a 50-pound box of just base rock. I got it for $67 with shipping, guys. It's a place out of Ohio. Did a lot of research. I believe that rock will work good for me. I am going to be, moving everything from this 30-gallon into the 70-gallon, so I didn't really need to get live rock, being I've got 35 pounds of extremely good quality live rock that's been in this system now for the last 8 months. So what I'll do is, when I get that 72 up and running, I'll, take I got one piece of rock, which is probably going to be, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking probably this rock right here, guys, this big one right down here on the bottom. That rock will be going in the 72 along with the base rock, just to kind of seed the tank while it's cycling through. Like I said, guys, I just want to give you guys a quick look at the tank. I'll kind of go over some things right here. I think it's been over a month since I did an update on this tank, so a lot of things, like I said, have been growing. The branching tree leather's he's gotten pretty big. He is growing. I know these guys grow rapidly. Got that there. A lot of new growth on this pagoda cup coral. I had to chase some kind of little pest out of it. I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. There was a worm, some kind of a worm living in it. Anyways, I pulled it out of the tank, drilled into it, basically got that worm out, and he's come back, and he's when I bought this pagoda cup, it was probably only a 3.5 inch diameter, and it's grown well. It's probably grown an additional ½ inch in diameter, if not more, just since I've gotten it. So it is doing good, really good in this tank. This is actually one of my favorite corals that I have. Not a lot of color, but there's a lot of movement. Polyp extension is really neat. That is one of my favorite corals in the tank. Along with that, the colt coral right here on this rock that I picked up from my fish store, guys. This thing's getting big. This thing was maybe a quarter of an inch when I first got it, and this thing has gotten really big, guys. It's probably, it's got probably a 1 inch diameter base on it, and it's probably a good 2.5 to 3.5 inches tall off that rock now. So it's been doing really good. It's growing like crazy. Of course, it's another one of the leathers, which they all grow good. Got the tongue coral down here on the bottom, which is the Osler's mated pair of clownfish that I have. That's their host coral in my tank. They do enjoy spending time with this guy. Above that, we've got the trumpet coral, and back behind that, the candy cane coral. Not a lot of growth out of these guys. These LPS corals, they're not very fast growers. Polyp extension is really the feeding tentacles come out at night. I've trained my tank to I feed them at night with phytoplankton twice a week, so they're accustomed to eating at night. So during the day there's usually no feeding tentacles out on them, but at night they extend out a quarter of an inch or so from the polyps, which is neat to watch. And then we've got this green bird's nest right up here, guys. This thing is getting so big. It's doing really good. You know, I do dose my tank with Ocean's Blend calcium and pH and alkalinity part 1 and 2 on a daily basis, which keeps my pH up, keeps my calcium levels up, magnesium levels are high. So the SPS corals, they grow good in my tank with the addition of you know, the light that I have, which is this aquatic light, 96 watt light fixture, a T5 light fixture. It does really good. Then you see the hammer coral right here, guys. It's doing really good. It's just chilling right there, just been hanging out doing good. Right above that, I got kind of tired of chasing this cluster of zoanthids around, you know, my hermit crabs. They'd get on it. It was sitting here. You can see right there where those hermit crabs are. It was sitting right there. Well, what was happening is they'd get behind it, they knock it down on the sand, and I was getting tired of chasing around. So what I did, guys, is being I've got these the orange sunburst cluster right here of zoanthids, I decided to move all my zoanthids I have to this rock, let them just engulf this rock, and just kind of make this one rock a zoanthid garden, which I think will be pretty cool. Down below that, we've got our little mushroom rock. Got a couple green mushrooms, one purple mushroom, pulsing zinnias right down here on this rock. He's, you know, that thing's hit or miss. It's a finicky growing coral, in my opinion. Sometimes it'll look like it's dying off, and then all of a sudden it'll come back. I don't know if that's just the nature of the beast there. Inside this rock right here, I've got two more purple mushrooms. Got two brain coral frags. Nice little sponge growing right here. This is my big purple mushroom that I have. And then here's the newest addition to the tank was this branching Monipora digitata right here, guys. I know this camera's not going to focus very well. Get out of the way. There's my clownfish. They're showing off. But you can see, guys, this, when I bought this coral right here, which is the digitata, it didn't have any of this branching right here, right there, or on the top, nor was it this thick and full around the side right in here or there. Guys, this thing's growing like a wild, for an SPS coral, this thing's growing really fast. I mean, this one branch right here, you know, I mean, it's probably not going to really show on the camera, but it's, guys, it's a ½ inch off that main, you know, the main stalk right there, from when I bought it. And this thing has only been in the tank for a little over a month now, so it is doing good. You know, I'm going to contribute, you know, the growth, you know, with the good water quality that I keep. And the addition of the Ocean's Blend dosing 1 and 2 part calcium and phosphate and alkalinity and pH that I dose on a daily basis. You know, I'm going to stand by that product, guys. You know, I've not tried any other products to be ionic or anything like that. I've had really good good showings out of the Ocean's Blend product, so I've just kind of stuck with it. You know, it's just one of those things, when you find something good, you just stick with it. No sense in changing something that's not broke is my motto. So as of right now, I'm just sticking with it, and it's doing good. It's doing really good for my tank. It's doing good for these SPS corals. The whole system overall is just in really good health. Let's see if we can get around here and see this green carpet anemone back here. Right in there is my green carpet anemone, which he's been in the tank since, you know, the two and a half months after I started the system. And, you know, he obviously doesn't have any clownfish rubbing him down or anything like that, hosting him, because, like I said, my clownfish here, they host the tongue coral. The refugium guy's doing real good. And my refugium down here, there's a lot of growth. I actually had to cut back some of this Chaetomorpha, this algae. Just last week I bunched it up and just cut some out, and you know, for some new growth. All the mangroves that I've got, guys, they've all sprouted leaves. They're all. I actually moved 2 down here to the refugium. But there's 2 of them there, and then I've got 4 more. Let me get around here in the back. I've got 4 more right here in the overflow box. You know, they're getting a good light from this aquatic light fixture. You can see the root growth down here in the overflow box, guys. It's just, I'm probably going to have problems when I go to take these guys out. Hopefully not. I'll be as gentle as I can with them. You know, obviously when I move over to the 72, you know, I'll pull all these out of the overflow box. I'll have no need for it anymore, and I'll put them all down in the refugium, because I am going to be using, you know, my 20-gallon long custom sump refugium that I built. Probably when I get back to work in March, you know, I'm going to upgrade from the Cyclone 100, which has been doing perfectly fine for me. Obviously, my bio load in this system is not very much. I've only got 2 fish, but I mean, this thing is actually, since I modified this thing, you know, by cutting down the inner tube in the reaction chamber, tape and seal around here. This thing's been doing good. I really don't have any complaints. Obviously, you know, I don't have, like I said, I don't have a big bio load on it. So, you know, if you had a bunch of fish or something, it would probably be a better, there would probably be a better skimmer out there. I'm going to be upgrading. I mean, you can see the bubbles that this thing's making. I just cleaned it 2 days ago, and it's already filled back up, you know, to right above there with Skim 8. But I am going to be upgrading that, guys. I'm going to upgrade to a Core Life, either a 125 or a 220 skimmer, super skimmer. You know, because I'm going up to the 72. So this skimmer, you know, and I'm going to have more fish. I want to get, you know, a total of probably, you know, with my 2 clownfish, I'll probably get 4 more fish, have a total of 6 fish in that tank. You can see my little clownfish. This is what they've been doing, guys. They've been doing this for the last, well, pretty much all this month. They've just been going through their, you know, their dance procedures or whatever they do. And he's actually started to pick on her a little bit, you know, which I know he ain't going to hurt her. If she gets mad at him, she'll end up killing him. But, you know, he's been picking at her a little bit. So I think he's to a maturity level where he's actually wanted to start to spawn. And I'm not sure if she's quite there yet. They are going through the stuff. I noticed a couple, 3 or 4 days ago on her, on one close to her back fin. She had a couple little peck marks where he had just got at her a few times, but he's bullying her around a little bit. I think he's trying to push her to start spawning. You know, I had said in my past videos that as soon as I see these guys start spawning, I'll try to get it on video and capture it. And yeah, so I'm just going to go with 4 more fish with these guys. I got to keep these. These are my favorites. I love these guys. Kids love them. You know, so I'm going to get probably a couple tangs in the 72. Not really sure. Try to get my son involved a little bit more in that build with me. He's been helping me out along the way. He's really into this saltwater hobby, so, and he's only 6, so I mean he can walk through here and shut off all the coral that I got. I actually take care of a 75-gallon oceanic half-round tank for a guy that lives down the road for me. And my son, he actually goes with me to help me do all that. So he's really taken a liking to this hobby, which is exciting for me. Being he's only 6, maybe it'll turn him on to something interesting, you know, as he gets older or whatnot. And you know, that's always the key to something like this, guys. You know, especially something that's you know, I would call this like a living hobby. It's, you know, it's something different than having like remote control cars or something like that. I mean, this is actually, you know, an ecosystem, a little ocean in your house, and it's nice to be able to influence, you know, anybody, you know, especially if you got kids, you can influence them into this hobby, and you know, and if they take interest, you can really have some fun with them. I know I've been having a lot of fun with my son, and you know, going through the build on the 72, and you know, so if any of you guys got little ones out there, and you know, they take interest, try to, you know, just work with them, and it makes it more interesting and enjoyable for you to see them interested in enjoying themselves and doing it, you know. So, but anyways, guys, I just wanted to do a quick update. I know I've been kind of shouting out a couple times here and there that I was going to do an update on this 30-gallon nano system. If you guys like my videos, guys, rate, comment, any questions, concerns, pointers, hit me up, guys. If you like my videos, guys, subscribe. There's going to be I'm not really sure how many more updates I'm going to be doing on this tank. Probably maybe 1 or 2 before I actually end up moving over here to the 72, which right now this guy's just at stalemate right now. I've got the sand in, 120 pounds of sand, and just kind of waiting on the rocks. I am once they arrive, I'll do a video, a review of that PetSolutions.com warehouse. I'll do a review of the rock, and then you know, I'll play around it for a few days with some aquascaping ideas that I have. I'm not going to disclose anything to you guys right now. It's going to be a big surprise because I got some big ideas for that. But we'll get into that probably within a week or so. But yeah, guys, so just hit me up if you guys got any questions or anything, any comments, concerns. Rate my videos, guys. Like I said, if you like my videos, if you like my channel, subscribe. Lots more videos to come on this and the 72 build, guys. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys.